Good evening. Hi guys, it's Gran again. I hope you found me. I hope you're there, Jacob and Elijah. Maybe Neva and Arlo. Maybe Bennett and Merrick and Rayan and Kai and Isaac and Aaron and I think I've forgotten somebody. Wonder who it could be. Is it you? Did I forget you? Oh, I'm sorry. Hi. All right, tonight we're going to be reading a short story that's really easy and a little bit longer one. So I hope you enjoy the story. This one is called A Holiday Counting Book, and it's 10 Trim the Tree-ers. It's by Janet Schulman and illustrated by Linda Davick. And there's the cover. Happy people. Hello, how are you this evening, Emily? Nice to see you. All right. So here we go. Look at the bunch of people and the big tree. Oh, they're gonna fit that big tree in the door. It says 10 little neighbors about to trim their tree. They'll dress for the occasion. Turn the page and see. What do you see here? Oh, look, there's a little person dressed like a star. And over here, there's somebody with sparkling lights all over them. So let's see what it says. Hi, Mary. One shiny gold star at the very tip top. 2 strings of flashing lights that just won't stop. Then there's 3 little angels with halos and with wings. Can you find them? Here's the one dressed as the angel about to hang up, the little angel. And there's the other angels going on the tree. Then we have 4 Santa's elves making toys that he brings. Oh, look at this little boy. He's got on an elf cap and he's hanging elves all over the tree. 4 elves. 5 swift reindeer. They know how to fly. Is there a oh, look at that up the ladder. There's a little girl dressed with reindeer antlers. Do you have reindeer antlers at your house? They're fun to wear, especially when you go shopping or with Mom in the car. There they are, all wearing their costumes to match the decoration they put on the tree. And what's next? Let's see. 6 lacy snowflakes that fall from the sky. Oh, sure enough. Here's a little boy getting some help from his pet to put some snowflakes, and he's got a snowflake on his shirt. Do you have a Christmas sweater or an ugly Christmas sweater? Look at all the other kids. They still are floating around in their costumes. 7 jolly men, all made of snow. Look at this little child all wrapped up in white head to toe. He's gonna put snowmen on the tree. Yay! Look at all the kids having fun. They're having a snowball fight in the living room. Did you see that? I wondered if those were marshmallows for on the fire, but it looks like they're throwing them at the snowman. That's too funny. Hi, the other Lois. So 8 candy canes. No eating them, though. You can't eat the candy canes that you put on the tree. They're for Christmas Eve. Where's the candy cane dress kid? Is that a candy cane dress kid? I guess he's wearing red and white. They're all hanging off the banisters. Somebody's gonna get hurt. All right. 9 menorah candles to mark the gift of light. Oh, she's got light on her head even. This one that's lighting the lights. Do you see? Yeah. And the stocking somebody's hung up. And this one's just, I don't know, laughing so hard she's fallen over. They are having such a good time decorating the tree together. Isn't that nice? Hi, Sandy. We're on to 10 Christmas presents, 10 pretty Christmas presents to make our holiday bright. I wonder who brought those. Look who the little girl's trying to drag into the room. And all the kids are running to see all the presents under the tree. My goodness. 10 Trim the Tree-ers. Now their job is done. It's time to serenade their pets and everyone. Going outside and they are caroling to their neighbors now. Look at who their neighbors are. They have fun neighbors, hey? Elves and Santa and some ducks and a dinosaur. And this one they just have the lights on. I guess maybe their windows don't come to open that way. But these guys are listening very carefully to the 10 tree trimmers singing. Very nice. They're singing just for Gloria. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. There they are, all singing together. They put 1 star, 2 sparkling lights, 3 angels, 4 elves, 5 reindeer, 6 snowflakes, 7 snowmen, 8 candy canes, 9 candles, and 10 presents, all in the living room to decorate. And that's the end of this story. 10 Trim the Tree-ers. Now, out of this book, the Christmas Treasury, which I know is backwards for everybody, we're going to read, I'm going to read, you're going to listen. It's called, there, you can see my candles. The Little Fir Tree. The little fir tree grew in the middle of a clearing in the forest. It was a very small fir tree, and it didn't like being small. It would sigh as it looked at all the other trees around it. They grew so quickly, while it grew so very, very slowly. The little fir tree was so unhappy it didn't notice how the wind blew through its branches, how the sun warmed its needles, and how the rain fell gently on it. Every winter, when the snow lay thick on the ground, men would come and cut down the tall fir trees. They loaded them onto carts and dragged them away. The little fir tree wondered where they were being taken and wanted to go with them. It asked the stork, "What happens to those great trees?" "Some are made into the masts of ships. I've seen them sailing across the sea," answered the stork. The little fir tree didn't know what ships or seas were, but it hoped that one day it would be a mast. That sounded wonderful. Year after year, the little fir tree grew in the clearing, slowly getting taller and taller. One winter day, men came with carts and horses. This is what this picture looks like. Not too many pictures in this one, but there's the little fir tree with all the birds around him. Dun, da, da, da. This one will do nicely, a man said, digging around the little fir tree's roots. What's happening? The little fir tree wondered. The men lifted up the little fir tree, pushed its roots into a big tub, and packed soil all around it. They hoisted the tub onto a cart with lots of other trees and drove away. Where am I going? Wondered the little fir tree. The men drove the cart through the forest to a town. The little fir tree stared at all the houses, the people, and the Christmas decorations in the street. The cart stopped outside a big house, and a girl and a boy came running out, followed by a man. Everyone crowded round the cart to look at it. The little fir tree shook its branches. It felt so tall and proud, standing in its tub. Look at that tree, cried the little girl. It's just the right size. Please, may we have it, Dad? Asked the boy. Yes, we'll take that one, said the man. He gave the cart driver some money, and the little fir tree was carried into the big house and put in the corner of a big room. Later that day, the children's mother came into the room with their granny and auntie. They put little lights all over the little fir tree. Then they hung shining glass balls, tinsel, and pretty angels all over the branches. Auntie climbed up a stepladder and put a silver star at the very top of the tree. Then they all piled presents underneath the little fir tree and stood back and gazed. It looks lovely. Just wait until the children see it, said Mother. Now we're ready for Christmas, said Granny. They switched on the lights and went out, leaving the little fir tree alone again. Suddenly the door opened and lots of children rushed into the room, chattering and laughing with excitement. Oh, no picture on this page in case you thought I was gypping you. There's some pictures around the edge. They're Christmas pictures. They're like cards almost. Look at the tree! Look at the tree! They shouted, dancing around. The room was full of noise and laughter, and the little fir tree stood with all its lights glowing. It felt so proud and happy. It knew that it looked beautiful. At last, the children went out of the room. The little fir tree could hear them in the dining room with the grown-ups eating and drinking and talking and laughing. Here's the little fir tree all decked out. There's the star at the top, and the angels and the glowing lights and stars, and he's in his little pot with all the presents underneath. And see the cards around the edges? All the pages are like that. Tiny little cards. All right. In the evening, an old man put a chair by the little fir tree and sat down. All the children came in and sat on the floor round him. When it was quiet, the old man began to tell the children stories. The little fir tree listened. He had never heard such wonderful stories. Then it was time for bed. Just before one little girl scampered out of the door, she turned and looked at the tree again. "It's the most wonderful Christmas tree ever," she said, and then she quietly closed the door. The little fir tree stood alone in the corner. Its lights had been switched off, but all the decorations and the silver star on the topmost branch gleamed in the light of the street lamp outside the window. The little fir tree sighed. "I'm a Christmas tree. That's much better than being a mast. I wish all the trees of the forest could see me now," it thought. "This is the happiest day of my life." And that's it for tonight. Have a good sleep, guys. I hope you get a chance to watch. Mwah! Sweet dreams. Jesus keep you. See you tomorrow again about the same time.